Well, it's almost the end of February, and I'm just about to do the second half of my January finds. Uh, so let's get going because I got a huge amount of records coming for February, and some of those finds have actually been pretty good. Now, first off the bat is 24 Power Hits. This was an album I used to have a long time ago. It's got a lot of pretty good sort of poppy songs on it, like Crimson and Clover, Baby Let's Wait, Chewy Chewy, Eleanor. The list goes on. There's 24 songs on it, so you can tell that the quality of the actual recording is not going to be so good, but the songs themselves are, well, very nice to listen to. And then I picked up another Monkees album, Monkees Headquarters. So my Monkees collection is moving along nicely. I wonder if this one was a mono. Yes, actually this is a mono recording. And, well, unfortunately somebody's written all over it, including a little note here about how they shouldn't try to string along two guys at the same time. And he actually signed it, so cute. You should always watch what you write on records you're going to give away. And then we move on to a jazz album by Benny Goodman called Sing, Sing, Sing. This is the 1968 album. I'm losing my notes. Anyway, it's the 1968 jazz album. And then Haydn's Creation Mass on Misa Solamas 1969 classical US album. Oh, and who can forget this one? The Archies, a Jingle Jangle 69 pop album. Surprisingly, there's no writing on this one. And I don't actually know what this album is. It's Jehoshaphat and Jones. I think it's a comedy album. I'm not positive. It's by the Two Ronnies. I've put it down as a UK comedy album. I haven't listened to it yet. It's from 1973. And after them came the Royal Philharmonic Society, the Orchestral Tubular Bells, 1975 modern classical album, and it's on the that Columbia label. Oh, I can't get it to go around. Looks like it's got two ladies hugging in the middle. And from there we move on to Liona Boyd, the album just titled Liona. It's a 1976 classical guitar album. And the Hollies, and I'm out of order. Yeah, oh well. Okay, the Hollies, a Crazy Steel in 1977 pop album called, and the one that should have come before that was Luciano Pavarotti's Oh Holy Night, a 76 classical album. It's on the London FFRR label. And Pablo Cruise, A Place in the Sun, a 1977 pop album. And this one came with all the liner, all the little liner notes and the pictures. Oh no, I'm never going to get it back in the cover. There we go. And after that, we got ABBA, Voulez-Vous. I think that's how it's pronounced. The 79 disco album, still in the shrink. And I don't know what store it was selling for, but the hype sticker says you can get two of them for $10. Surprisingly, you get a large number of ABBA records too, and they weren't one of my favorite bands. From there, we moved to the Tubes, the Completion Backward Principle, in 1981 New Wave album. And this, Oh boy, can I get it out? Okay, it's on the Capitol. I'm going to drop that. Not a good idea. It's on the Capitol label. And the inner sleeve has got all kinds of artwork. I can't hold it up with it crumpling. It got all kinds of artwork on it. And from there we go to Weather Report, self-titled album called Weather Report, a 1982 jazz fusion album. And next, an album, I have no idea who they were, but I like the cover. It's somebody called Harlequin, One False Move, a 1982 pop new wave album. Sometimes just pick up the covers or albums because you like the covers. And then came a Thomas Dolby mini album. I don't know if you can, yeah, I think the reflections aren't too bad. It's still in the shrink. It's Blinded by the Science. It's a synth-pop mini album. It's only got 5 songs on it. And from there we move to Ray Charles. The Ray Charles Collection, 1984 soul jazz album. This one's from Italy. And finally, Händel by Colin Davis, their Messiah, the highlights from the Messiah. And that's like no date. It doesn't cost. It's an album from either Germany or Holland. The album jacket says Holland. The record itself says Germany. So you don't actually know where it came from. It's one of those two anyway. And that's it for January. I'll be back with the February list. It's actually quite extensive. I managed to pick up almost 1 record for each day, and some of them are really surprisingly good albums, including Grateful Dead. Bye-bye, so long, and see you around on that tube thing.